and welcome to Dollars and Cents Online. My name is Ashley, and today we are having another Fempreneur lifestyle video. So this is going to be episode 4. In this episode, we're going to talk about now that you've done your brainstorming in episode 1, and in episode 2, you found out where to get your supplies, where to find vendors. Episode 3, you found out the do's and the don'ts with working with vendors and finding one. And in the 4th episode, which is this one, now we're ready to go ahead and start doing our branding, start making sure that we license and legalize our business. So you should have a business name by now that you're thinking about. So what we're going to do is going to see how you can see if that name is already trademarked, if it's already used by somebody else, see how much it costs to trademark it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, also like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're liking these videos so I can know that you want me to make some more. Because if you don't, then I'm just going to be looking like, is it worth it, sis? Like, do they really want this or no? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I'll have the link down in the description on where you can go to see if your name is already trademarked. But this is the website, and I'm going to type in YouTube just for the sake of the video and search to see if that has been trademarked. And as you can see, there are many results that come up. And you can see YouTube here saying that it's live, meaning that it's an active trademark on the name right now. And you can see more information about it. You can see who trademarked it, when they filed to have it trademarked, what type of trademark it is, all of that information. And when you create yours, somebody will be able to see the same thing when they look to see if your name already exists in the system. So this is the United States Patent and Trademark Office website. You can also see how much it would cost you to go ahead and get your business trademarked, because it is going to be some fees. So they have a link for the trademark fee information, so you can see there's 3 options and which option you want to take. You can read all about that. You can see the different methods that you can pay with and how long the trademarks last. So definitely check out all the information. I will have links in the description for you all to check that out. So that is definitely a step that you must take to ensure that nobody else is using your name. You don't want to get into legal trouble, and you don't want other people to be able to use your name when you start using it, get it trademarked, and then you just can't use that name anymore. You have to change your name now, sis, because you didn't do your due diligence and trademark your brand, okay? So definitely do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the licensing. And let me just say that you don't necessarily have to go ahead before you even launch your business and decide which kind of company that you want to be. You can go ahead and start, see how successful it is, say maybe 6 months or so. And then if you want to go ahead and license your business because you see that basically you're making so much money that you're going to have to pay those taxes or be locked up. That's basically what it is. Then you should go ahead and do this. Let me say first, as a disclaimer, that I would recommend that you talk to an attorney or an accountant to talk about these things. I am nowhere near any of those things. So I'm just telling you what I have learned, what I've seen, what I've heard, all that stuff. Just to try to push you in the right direction a little bit, or to give you a little bit more information so you can be more educated on them if you're not. So you can be a sole proprietorship, you can be an LLC, or you can be a corporation, and there's different kinds of corporations that you can be. It's really just all up to you, but I'm going to tell you some things about each one of them so you can kind of make a better decision on which route you may want to go into. So with the sole proprietorship, you and your business are treated as one, legally when you do your taxes. So like if you get sued, you're going to be getting sued. It's not that your company is going to be getting sued. You're going to be getting sued. They can come for your assets and the things that you own, because you and your business are one. When you run a business, you're automatically a sole proprietor. It is the most popular form of business because, like I said, it's the default. It's automatic. You basically are a sole proprietor. As soon as you decide you want to start selling something, you sell something, you are a sole proprietor. it can be formed without any type of written agreement, without any formal organizing procedures. I mean, as soon as you decide you want to sell an item, basically you're a sole proprietor. As soon as you sell it. Many people are already operating as sole proprietors and don't even know it. But a sole proprietorship is not exempt from all fees and rules, although it kind of sounds like it at this point in time. You're still required to comply with the law and obtain the required permits to sell. If you're operating under a name other than your sole proprietor's name, which is basically your name, then you must file a DBA statement with the county or state that you're operating in. And DBA stands for doing business as. So you're not doing business as yourself. So that's why you have to do the DBA. I'm not doing business as Ashley. I'm going to do business as whatever name that I come up with, whatever catchy name I want to use. So I have to file a DBA in order to be able to do that. And when you do that, you usually have to pay a fee to the government. And also publishing the notice of the DBA is going to cost you money as well. If you were to decide to change the name of your business, rebrand, you know how people do, then all you would have to do is go ahead and redo your doing business as. It's not going to cost you very much money to do it. And since you are just doing your income on your own, personal tax form, you're taxed at the lowest rate of all the business entities. You're taxed lower than an LLC. You're taxed lower than a corporation. And I'm saying these in order. So it's sole proprietorship, LLC, then corporation, as far as how much time, energy, and money has to go into getting these licenses. Now, as I told you, if you were to get sued, then all your personal assets can basically be lost. Like, they can come for your home, they can come for everything that you own. But you can kind of guard yourself against some of these risks of personal liability by obtaining business insurance, okay? So it doesn't cover every scenario, anything that could happen. At least it's giving you some form of protection. Also, sole proprietorship is perfect for somebody that is the only person running the business, because then you don't have to have all those legal documents involved saying, okay, you own 50% of the company, I own 50% of the company. When this or this happens, you're responsible for that. You don't have to do all of that legal, have all those legal documents in the background if you're a sole proprietor, because you're the only one running it. You can run the company however you want to, for that simple fact. So freelancers are a perfect example of a sole proprietor. They, like, if you're a freelance photographer, paint, or anything like that. For me, I'm a web designer, graphic designer, things like that. Sole proprietorship would be perfect for me. Oh, let me say, a sole proprietorship is unincorporated. It's not a corporation, okay, with LLC, but it's kind of in between. It's a little bit of a sole proprietorship and it's a little bit of a corporation, basically. Let me say that. So, see, like a single member LLC, meaning that you are still the only person that is running the business. You can be choose to tax as either a C corporation or an S corporation. So these options, they can help you to minimize your self-employment tax burden. So with a C corp, you're going to be taxed more heavily than with an S corp, I believe it is. Like I say, I'm not a professional, so definitely look it up and research it. You're on your own. You are a separate entity from your company if you're an LLC, so that when you are, like, say if you are sued, your company's money can be taken to pay off whatever debts that you may have. So you're going to be having that limited liability on there. That's the part that's helping you. A lot of people run to get an LLC just to have the LLC in their name, but I don't think that it's recommended for you to do it if you're just like a small business. I would probably recommend the sole proprietorship because it's less taxes, but it's less taxes, you're taxed less, but you're also responsible if something goes wrong. So it's like you have to kind of weigh your options. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to pay to have that protection in taxes? Basically, you're paying it in taxes to only be liable a limited amount. It just depends on which one you want. When you do an LLC, you have all these rules that you have to follow that you don't have to follow in a sole proprietorship. That's why I said that you can run a sole proprietorship however you want. But when you have an LLC, you have rules that the government says that you have to follow. So that's why I said that the sole proprietorship is the easiest and simplest to understand, because the LLC brings a lot more into the picture. But the requirements that the government will tell you that you have to follow, it varies from state to state with an LLC. But by no means is it as complicated as having a corporation. So for instance, with an LLC, you will need to file an annual report with the state. In some states, it's every 2 years or a different schedule, basically. You need to maintain a separate business account and keep all business transactions separate from your own personal affairs when you're running an LLC. And you need to record major changes to the LLC by filing an articles of amendment to let the government know that. Since there's more that goes on with the LLC, it is going to cost you more to get an LLC if you choose to go that route. But definitely just understand that even though there is more that goes into, like I told you, it's pros and cons to each one, basically. So you need to talk to a professional and see what it is that will be best for you and your business, because you rather be covered and you rather be safe than to be sorry. But an LLC looks more attractive to, like, if you were to try to sell your company, it looks more attractive to people because you have all this paperwork, you have everything laid out, and it's easier for you to be able to raise funds. It's easier for you to be able to get money, like investors and things like that, than it is with a sole proprietorship. Because with a sole proprietorship, most likely to get a large amount of funds, you're going to have to take out loans and stuff like that, like personal loans. And also with an LLC, you can have as many owners as you want for the company. There is no limit to it. So if you decide that you want to have an LLC, the first thing, or I guess the most important thing that you would need to do, is register your company in the state that you intend to do business. Most likely you will do that with the Secretary of State. Some states have an LLC office that is dedicated to the registration of the business. You will need to draft up what they call articles of organization, which covers the most important parts about your company, and it must be filed with your state. So the articles of organization will have things in it like the name of your LLC, the address of your principal office, the names of your LLC members, how long you expect the LLC to last, and other information required by your state. You may be required to file a certificate of formation, and it's going to require a filing fee as well. Every document that you're going to have to file for an LLC is going to require a filing fee. And I will go ahead and put a link in the description to a couple of different articles if you want to read up on some of the things that I'm saying, talking about, and just learn more information about it. And I would definitely advise you to do your own research as well. And like I said, get somebody that is familiar with the law involved to help you make this decision. So I hope everybody found this information useful. Today we went over licensing so that we can be legal and we can do things the right way. Utilize everything that I'm putting out there for you guys, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know if these videos are useful to you, if you want to see more. Like, am I just wasting my time here? All right, y'all let me know. Let me know. I'm asking, sis. But anyways, let me go over a couple of little things before I leave. If you're interested in my hair, I have the link in the description on where I got it from. If you're interested in my blinged out hairpins, I have that on my website, so definitely click the link for my website in the description. If you're interested in my lashes, my blinged lashes that I have on, these will be available on my website as well soon. I haven't launched yet, but I'm telling you guys this information because I've utilized it. I've looked it up. I'm going through it. You know, I'm creating a cosmetics line right now, which includes my mink lashes. And so, yeah, I'm not just out here just saying stuff just to say it, sis. Nah. I'm out here trying to spill the tea. I'm trying to educate, empower my other females out there who want to boss up. So, take it or leave it, but I hope to see you in the next video. Once again, my name is Ashley, and you've been watching Dollars and Cents Online.